Lorraine Morgan of xteenthewriter.com. The area along Erie's alluring Bayfront has undergone major changes over the past 4 decades. What was once a shoreline populated with fishing enterprises, various industrial entities, and a handful of tourist attractions has evolved into a water's edge chock full of big hotels, dining establishments, boat tour vendors, and an array of other offerings. In the late 1980s, I worked as a local journalist for Brown Thompson newspapers. Part of my job included taking pictures of local interest, a job which was performed with a film camera in black and white. Many times when covering assignments, I carried a second camera with color film, which was my own personal roll of film. That's how the images you'll see here today were gathered. This feature will offer glimpses of what things looked like back then. Some will even give a then versus now look at familiar spots along one of Erie's most beautiful assets, the Bayfront. Dobbins Lane. The historical marker that was standing as of April 2018 stated, "This type of Medina-cut stone block pavement was used on Erie streets in the 1800s before either asphalt or concrete." That marker was placed by the Erie County Historical Society in 1965 in the vicinity of State Street and West Dobbins Landing. I'm not sure if this marker is still there. I personally was enchanted by this little piece of history because I had always heard it was the oldest street in the city or something along those lines. Plus, it was such a historic walk to take along a scenic and very old part of Erie. Thus, when I heard it was going to be ripped out as part of the upcoming Bayfront development, I grabbed my daughter and my camera and drove the '78 Nova straight to the pretty little Dobbins Lane. Those in favor of removing this historic thoroughfare will point out that it's still there, which is sort of true, as there is a little piece of it still there somewhere maybe, or maybe they put some of the original pieces of Dobbins Lane somewhere in the Bayfront area. I'm not really sure, but what I do know is that the majority of the Dobbins Lane shown here is not there anymore. Next, we'll talk about the public dock, Dobbins Landing. In the meantime, here are some before and after views to peruse. The public dock, Dobbins Landing. The citizens of the lovely port city of Erie, Pennsylvania, are prone to express their collective sense of humor in various creative ways. One of them was to continuously steal the L and the big public dock sign to the point where the L was painted on in white paint in an attempt to match the other remaining letters. Now, of course, when the L is removed from the word public, it becomes, well, you could probably figure that part out. Although the constant removing of the large letter L was not related to this change, in 1987, the title of Erie's primary dock was changed from the public dock to Dobbins Landing.
This is Matt Frazzini standing at the public dock, or wait a minute, what's the name of this? A public dock, or is it Dobbins?
Public dock.
Who's Dobbin?
Dobbins Landing.
Well, who's Dobbin?
I don't know. I don't even care. It's public dock. Some dude.
Public dock.
Daniel Dobbins was the noted Navy hero who built the fleet of ships that won the Battle of Lake Erie, so it was a good choice. There are rumors that one or two of those large letter L's might still be stashed in somebody's attic or garage. So what the L is that about? Next up is a look at the grain elevator that once lurked along the shoreline. For now, have a peek at these before and after photos.
This is Mary Frazzini with New Angle News, and I'm here down on the Lower East Side of Erie, Pennsylvania on April 19th, 1986. And we're here just viewing Erie, Pennsylvania, down by the public dock. And as you can see the grain elevator here. Now, I know that's a pretty old building. I don't know really how old or really what it's about, but I know it's going to be coming down soon. A lot of the Bayfront's going to be changed. I don't know what the plans are, but they plan on renovating and tearing down a lot of the older Erie, Pennsylvania. We have Penelec Electric Company, the grain elevator. You go over here and you can see part of the flagship Niagara. And over here we have a marina with boats, and down there the public dock. We also have, I don't know exactly what this kind of, some kind of a shipyard or something, but apparently soon it's all going to be gone. And, you know, it's a part of our past, and Erie, Pennsylvania, we're going to miss it, I guess. And that's why we're down here taping, because we want to get memories of what's left. Hey, so, well, if you get a chance, come on down here and take a look around, because it's not going to be around much longer, okay? This is Mary Frazzini signing out with New Angle News.
The grain elevator. Back in the days of Bayfront commerce, the large grain elevator at the foot of Holland Street served a purpose. After those days were long gone, the giant structure remained and eventually became overrun with rodents. It also tempted local children to play inside of its dangerous walls, sometimes jumping into the water below. The grain elevator was demolished in 1986 to make way for Bayfront development as parents who lived nearby and local leaders breathed a long overdue sigh of relief. The next segment is a brief video that offers a glimpse of what the dock and the surrounding area looked like in 1987. cruising or bugging State Street. Just about every young person in Erie enjoyed bugging or cruising around the public dock at night until about the 1990s, at which point it began to fizzle out for various reasons. In 2024, Dobbins Landing at night is a popular spot for families, couples, photographers, tourists, and anybody else who wants to catch a waterside view of the sunset, watercraft, and shimmering reflections. And just for the record, many local folks still do enjoy taking a spin or two around the dock, even though the drivable portion is not as long as it used to be. There are other aspects to the development of Erie's Bayfront beyond what is presented here. Hopefully, this feature showed enough to offer an idea of what then versus now is all about. In closing, we'll present some pictures and another segment from the musical piece titled "The Loneliest Place on Earth," which was written as a tribute to the first lighthouse keeper at Presque Isle. Thank you for watching today's feature about Erie's Bayfront. Be sure to visit xteamthewriter.com for fun quizzes about Erie's history, articles and pictures of local interest, humor pieces, and lots of Erie-oriented stuff. See you there.